What's cracking? What's cracking? Big dogs. Welcome, bike. Oh, what? Pristine timing. It's almost like I planned this shit. Big dogs. Because I did. Welcome, bike. Oh, what? Let me mute myself. What's good, everybody? We're doing this live. Joey 2 times says I'm chafing. Welcome to the fucking club. Welcome to the live club. Welcome to the chafe club. We out here on a Monday morning. Hello. So, as you can see, we're on Underdog. I got to move my shits around a little bit. Get me nice and cleaned up. This is going to be a mock draft. Not really a mock draft. It's $3 to buy in. It's $3 to buy in because that's what Underdog does. We get the best ADP in the world from this because everybody's drafting seriously. Can we hear me? I actually think I might be doing the mock drafts like this live from now on because it makes it a lot easier for me trying to talk for an hour straight. You guys can chime in and yell at me throughout the entire thing. Let me know if you'd rather me do the live stream shits or you'd rather me actually, take some time and do them well and edit and upload. Not that they come out well anyways, but let me hide this. That wasn't right. I always click the wrong one first and the right one second. Hello, Dylan. Hello, Zach Wood. Are we serious if you're an hour late? Of course we're not serious. It was an estimation, okay? It was an estimation. All right, whoa. We're almost on the clock. I got the 1-2. That's an interesting spot. It's an interesting spot because you got C-Mac going off the board at the 1-2. I mean the 1-1. Now I'm sitting here at the 1-2, and I'm going with the running bike. Question becomes, do we want 14 games out of Dalvin Cook? Do we want 16 games out of Derrick Henry, 8 of them being subpar when the weather's nice? Here's the thing. Here's the kicker that most people don't think about. Derrick Henry, when you draft him, you're getting some subpar games in the beginning of the year. However, since the weather's nice, your mood doesn't change. You're in a good fucking mood. Derrick Henry does bad, you're still living your life. As soon as it starts getting depressing and you're into the winter, Derrick Henry does really good. So, yeah, he's actually Derrick Henry, I would say, is a lifestyle player. You want to talk about BDGE being a lifestyle brand? Derrick Henry is a lifestyle draft pick. For real. Whereas Dalvin Cook, on the other hand, he goes down when you need him the most. When you're getting depressed and it's 22 degrees outside and you're like, oh, I'm so sad. Dalvin Cook makes you sadder. He makes you more sad. Is it sadder or more sad? You know what I'm saying? That's a very good point. I'm always thinking 64, 72 steps ahead. Shit's crazy out here. All right, so let me break down this draft a little bit more for y'all that are new to the Underdog platform, the best in the world for best ball drafts. This is a 12-team draft. 12-team best ball draft. So what that means is you don't do any of this shit within the actual season. You don't pick your lineups. You don't make trades. You don't hit the waiver wire. Ever. Meaning, Derrick Henry, the human antidepressant. I'm going to be so distracted from the comments. I could barely do these videos on my own. Now I got the comments thrown at me. Oh, my God. It was a huge mistake. Best ball drafts. Okay, so you don't actually set your lineup, but you do pick a big-ass lineup, all right? You pick 18 players, no kickers, no defenses. Oh, nothing gets me harder. That's why I love Underdog. The settings are pristine. It's half PPR. You're starting 1 quarterback. You're starting 1 tight end. You're starting 2 running backs. You're starting 3 wide receivers. Half PPR, okay? So you take a lot of players on your team, 18 guys, and the software automatically starts. It automatically starts the best player each week. That's how this shit works. So we have Christian McCaffrey at the 101, Derrick Henry at the 102, Jonathan Taylor at the 103, Saquon at the 104, Dalvin Cook 5, Alvin Kamara 6. I think that's going to be a very likely start to many drafts this year. The 6 running backs off the rip right there. I think Kamara might drop into that second tier depending on what happens at the quarterback position. Winston, is it Taysom? Is it both of them? We're going to see a quarterback by committee most likely. Now, If you're not on Underdog, the link is right down below. Like I'm gonna throw it in the chat right now. Copy, throw it in there. I don't think I did that right. I think I just sent you to a porn website. Don't click any links that I put out yet until I tell you. Boom. Use that link. It's going to take you right to your Google store, your iOS store, whatever the case may be. And you can download the app. The app is absolutely flawless. So we're doing it on desktop so you guys can see this, obviously, but the app is fucking beautiful. It's why they're my favorite company, right? Not even from a fantasy football perspective, but the team over there is unbelievable. The team over there is unbelievable. You know the guy who started it, Jeremy Levine? Absolute mastermind. He started Draft, sold it for about $50 zillion. He's up a couple $1 million in NBA Top Shot right now. Just super smart dude. He knows what he's doing. He built the foundation of this fucking app beautifully. And we're going to the moon. We're going to Venus. We're going to Jupiter. We're going to Saturn. We're going to one of the fucking places up there. What up, Creative Perspective? How are we? Andrew, you lost access to what? Lost your access to what? Okay, so we have Aaron Jones at the 110. I think that's interesting. I think that's probably about right. It might be a little bit rich for my taste. If you told me that Aaron Jones is going to put up the same exact season he had last year, I'd probably be okay with it. I do think there's a possibility that his upside is a little bit lower on the touchdown side of things because A.J. Dillon's probably getting a bigger role, right? Jamal Williams is gone, so Aaron Jones probably going to get more passing work. However, I'm really interested to see what they do in the draft. I'm about to be up. Oh, I am up. Oh, boy. So we're still on the running backs. Don't really love the running backs on the board available right now. So we will throw everybody else's bike into the pool. I can't get high enough on A.J. Brown. Like him dropping to the 210, 211. So you're going to tell me, oh, no, I already took Derrick Henry on Tennessee. I do believe in that offense, and now it's going to be a complete fucking funnel. Ryan Tannehill, A.J. Brown, Derrick Henry. In a typical redraft league, I'm probably going to avoid starting off with two players on the same team unless I think their offense is really fucking good, which Tennessee's offense is really, 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 really good. I'm actually going to look that up for y'all right now. NFL offense points per game 2020. I want to say they were like top 5, actually. So that's typically my take on, they're number 4 overall, 29.6 points per game. Goddamn. My take when it comes to auto, what do you mean? What the fuck? They took Darren fucking Waller for me? This is fucking... I'm very angry. I'm very upset. I want Darren fucking Waller at the 211. Oh, okay. Let's bounce back, Nick. Let's not let one bad pick ruin my day. Ruin my fucking day. We're going to go Joe Mixon because I'm panicking, and I hated it. Yeah, you're right. It was because my shirt wasn't fucking tucked in. God damn it. I'm never going to learn. Okay. All right. First of all, it's not just a mock draft. These drafts are $3 to get into, which means you're getting the best ADP data, but you're also drafting against very sharp dudes, okay? Which is why it's worth it. You also win money. You come back and you win money, okay? Come back and you win money at the end of the year. You don't got to do anything in the middle of the season. So if you're already in like 5 redraft leagues, 7 dynasty leagues or some shit, these are the perfect things to these are the perfect drafts to get you prepped for your actual redraft leagues. So you know when to reach on a guy, when not to reach on a guy. Don't reach for Darren Waller at 211. Joe Mixon at the 3-2. Listen, they got Riley Reef. Hopefully that shores up the offensive line a little bit. We'll see. Hopefully they get Sewell in the draft. If they don't go with Jamar Chase, I really, really hope they don't do that, to be honest. Build that offensive line. Let Burrow heal up his leg. Don't get him fucking killed in 2021, please. Here's the thing. Since he's getting a lot of calls about Gio Bernard as well. If he's gone, Joe Mixon should finally get the passing work that everybody was magically making up that he was going to get the last couple of years. The reason I wasn't really on him last year. because we just keep saying, oh, he can catch the ball. They're not giving him fucking reception. They're not giving him targets. I don't care who can catch the ball. I can fucking catch the ball. Someone came through a fucking ball through the window right now. I'm snagging that shit. I'm going to be honest with you. One of my best attributes physically, it's not setting the bar very high, but I have really good hand-eye coordination. Really good shit. Like you wouldn't believe it. If I'm on an NFL field, I'm catching the fucking ball, right? We know Joe Mixon can catch the ball. Gio needs to get out the fucking way, though. Gio's out the way. We've got a path to Joe Mixon finally being that RB1. I'll take him in the third round. He's got the size. He's got the speed. He's got the skills to be that guy. Now we just need that offense to rise the tide. You know? Okay. We can show you guys the board in a second. Joe Mixon at 3-2. First rookie off the board. Najee Harris at the 3-4. A little early without knowing draft cap and whatnot. I do want to go back to that point of had I taken A.J. Brown. So with these best ball drafts, again, it's starting the best players each week. Like the best 3 wide receivers you have on your team, it's automatically going to start. So I don't mind doubling down on offenses because you don't have to pick and choose. You know, you're not depending on Tennessee's offense to score 40 points a week so both of your players can score, right? In a regular redraft league, you're going to be looking at these shits and saying, you know, if Derrick Henry goes off for 225 and 2 touchdowns, A.J. Brown's probably going 4 for fucking 42 without a touchdown. You don't have to worry about that in here. See, there's so much stress being taken out of these leagues because you don't really got to do shit. It's beautiful. Creative Perspective asks, would you be holding Deshaun as an 8th round keeper? 1 quarterback, 6-point passing. I feel he's a difference maker at the draft price. What do you think? All the madness surrounding him. I mean, I'm assuming you don't have to make that decision. Like, why? Do you have to make that decision in the middle of his sexual accusations? And what are your other keeper options? Let's see the draft board. This is where we're at so far with the draft board. Man, just like last year, there's so much value sitting in the 3rd and 4th round of for wide receivers. Like A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf, Keenan Allen, and Terry in the 3rd round is just unbelievable. T. Higgins got tons of upside if they don't grab Jamar Chase. CeeDee Lamb obviously has tons of upside. The Dallas offense is going to be buzzing with Dak bite. Hey, if you're chilling in here and you're enjoying the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Show some fucking respect. Keep Claypool there for sure. Aaron Jones cemented as a 16th from years ago. That's beautiful. Y'all should change your keeper rules, though. It's kind of fucking ignorant. Claypool in the 15th. Only can keep 2. Damian Harris and Gesicki, so just those 3. I would probably... Oh, boy. I'm on the clock. Let's see. Julio Jones just wildly disrespected. Love me some Deontay Johnson. Do I have running backs already? Wide receiver? I got no wide receivers yet, so we're gonna grab Julio Jones here. I feel like I have Julio Jones in every one of these best ball videos I do. I end up with Julio Jones. Would you keep JT for a 2nd round pick or Chase Edmonds in the 13th? Yeah, listen, like here's my take on keeper questions like that. Like if you answer to yourself, oh, this guy's much better, but this is better value, don't fucking take the value play. Take the better player. Kenny G at the 5-2. Deontay Johnson at the 5-2. Oh, boy. We'll take Deontay. I'll take Deontay only because we know what we're getting from Deontay with Ben under center. And it's 140 fucking targets, okay? We don't know. I like Kenny Golladay. I like the upside. We don't know what that first year with him is going to be. Might be disappointing statistically speaking. Might be a great signing to elevate Daniel Jones. Might be a great signing to, elevate the offense as a whole. And Kenny G could walk away from the season with, 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns. But give me Deontay Johnson, whose upside is... I realize that if you're listening via podcast, that didn't make sense because I did a thumbs up pose in the video. So make sure you watch these shits on YouTube. Honestly, don't waste my time. Okay. So I would keep JT for a second round pick. Dejon Honey Mustard. Yeah, so I just like straight up. I think JT to Chase Edmonds it's like that's like a league losing / league winning difference there. Okay, like yes, Chase Edmonds going to be a cute pick, could be fun, but Jonathan Taylor, you know what you're getting. You're getting a high upside RB1. Don't really care what the draft price is, and then you could build your team around that. Chase Edmonds, if he ends up being like a fucking fringe RB2 or something like that, which is probably the most likely scenario here. You're gonna want to jump out the window, You don't want that. Nothing I do, I want you to jump out the window from or be the cause of. Now imagine if I had AJ Brown. I know. Imagine I had AJ Brown there instead of Darren Waller. Good Lord. Let's see. So Robert Woods sandwich in there. I like that with Stafford. Adam Thielen's a guy I'll be completely off on this year. I just think we saw in front of our eyes, Justin Jefferson is taking over as the alpha in that passing game. Like we watched it develop. Adam Thielen became less and less involved as the year went by, and I would imagine that would be even exponentially to a higher degree in 2021. Thielen obviously kept scoring touchdowns, but like he's we're not banking on that next year. So Thielen's probably a guy I'm avoiding. Kareem Hunt, I'm also going to be avoiding in the 5th round, given what we saw from Nick Chubb down the stretch last year. Tyler Lockett, very, very similar situation to Adam Thielen, but even to a lesser degree. So the fact that they're like 4 picks apart, DK Metcalf is the guy there, and Lockett was just wildly inconsistent. I think there's some value. Javonte Williams down at the 5'9". He's one of those rookies where, if he is the 2nd or 3rd rookie off the board, if he's the 2nd or 3rd rookie off the fucking board, there's going to be some hype there, especially if he lands in a good spot. And this is a time of the year where you can get some good value. You get some real good value on rookies. I miss these. I miss you, George. My belly button's sweating right now. You know what I love about New York? It's like 48 degrees right now. I'm out here wearing shorts. Dominated Central Park on Saturday. Let's see. Tyler Boyd, Chase Claypool. Dak Prescott at the 6'3". Probably a little early for me coming off the serious injury and knowing that you can probably get, Kyler, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts a round or so later. Probably not going to stop lying to you guys because there goes all the quarterbacks. Okay. All right, King Dubs. You fucking win this one. You win this one. Keeper league. Do I take Barkley, Zeke, or Aaron Jones 2nd pick? Well, it would just go based on your rankings, and I would take Saquon probably over those two. So straight up. Fitzmagic, late round quarterback gold. Yeah, I think he's a really good best ball pick. I'd argue that Thielen and Lockett are great in best ball as long as you cover yourself because they could drop 30. Yeah, they could drop 30 in a given week, but you have to pay a 5th round price for them. So normally you're getting way more consistency. Like they're a fun player to talk about that way if they're in the 7th or 8th round, but not when you're you're passing over guys like the Cooper Kupps or the Mike Evans is right there. Like guys with real upside that can be, top 5, top 10 wide receiver. Lockett and Thielen, I don't think have a chance of being actual wide receiver ones at the end of the year. I also forgot that when I do these best ball drafts live, most of the people in the drafts are like my audience and they can hear me and they just take all my picks. That's usually a good time. Really like that. Thanks, guys. Ooh, Will Fuller. Interesting. A little early in the 6th round for me. Myles Gaskin, questionable. Shout out to everybody who took A.J. Dillon in like the 4th round leading up to these drafts. There's not a lot left at running back. That's why we hit it early and often. That's why we hit the running backs early. This is where I'll take my quarterback. Russell Wilson, Jalen Hurts. Call me crazy. I'm just taking Jalen Hurts. Ooh, I didn't realize Aaron Rodgers was on the board still. But yeah, listen, Jalen Hurts is going to give you 12 carries a game, and shit's going to be beautiful, and you're not going to have to worry about that position. I'd argue, let's see, Dalvin Cook finishing number 1. Yeah, probably. If he can stay healthy, he's fine. You denied me of an internship a year ago. I hope your company burns. I mean, to be fair, I denied everyone of an internship because we didn't have them because there was a pandemic. Why is YouTube not giving me a noti when Papa goes live? Did you hit the bell? Do you hit the bell? Ooh, we're up again. Hawkinson at the 612. A little early for me there. But I got such good fucking value on Darren Waller, so I don't need to look at the tight ends. I like Will. He's going to be suspended for a week. You know, fuck it. We're not going with Brandon Cooks. We are going to go with, I need to start putting players in the queue because here I go fucking things up again. We're going to keep our cool. I like Will Fuller. I like Will Fuller in Miami a lot. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people. That being said, he's going to miss the first game. Might take a minute to get acclimated with Tua. I do think this is I would almost say that the signing of, this is probably a lie and probably very much hyperbole, but I would almost compare the signing of Will Fuller to Miami to the Kenny Golladay New York Giants signing. Both of those guys are going to fundamentally make their quarterbacks much, much, much better this year. I think we're going to see the Tua of old. He was a fantastic deep passer in Alabama, man. And I think we're going to see that with Will Fuller. I could just see the connections between those two on a weekly basis. So I'm here for Will Fuller in Miami. I'm just fucking here for it. Ooh, good pick with Mike Davis at 7-3. I'm a little nervous to grab guys like that before the draft. I tend to stay away from that. All right, let's throw some guys in the queue. Actually, nah, fuck it. I like to live life on the edge. Nick, guy in my league wants to move up from rookie 108 to my 102. What kind of assets you need personally to move back? I need a little bit more context in terms of the league scoring and settings and shit like that. Titan signing Josh Reynolds is a steal. I guess. It's really all right. That's the max number of excitement levels I can give to you on a Josh Reynolds fucking signing. Josh Reynolds is like a poor man's Corey Davis. And Corey Davis ain't got fucking paid for weeks. His stimmy ain't hit yet. Unemployment hasn't come in. So, I don't know. Josh Reynolds will be fine. There's just literally nobody else to throw the ball there, too. So, by pure volume, he'll probably get like 75 or 80 targets this year. I'm really interested to see how this Titans offense bumps, though. Without Arthur Smith, I want to know what their play action rate's going to be like. And I think, Cleveland and Tennessee are two very similar offenses where all their efficiency comes from running through the play action and being like really accurate on short and intermediate passes, having a really strong ground game. And I wonder if the play calling gets a little freaky naughty there in Tennessee. I heard Mixon's name and just threw up in my mouth. He's so good, but just never pans out. Such a weird running back. Yeah, I mean, they just like using Gio far too much, and the offensive line is kind of shit. So, just drafting talented running backs on shit teams tends not to work out. And if the problem with that is like you don't have any leash there, right? Like if anything goes wrong with his outlook, there's no leverage for mistakes there. We don't have any room for mistakes with Mixon. It was a bad team, bad offensive line. They're not going to be scoring a lot. Semi in a committee. So if like one thing breaks wrong, like their fucking offensive lineman goes down, their quarterback goes down, it's going to be a shit show for them. So that's why you just, you have a lot more leverage when you draft running backs on very good teams, even if they're not as talented. What's the best free agency signing so far in your opinion? I like John Johnson to the Browns. I mean, I don't really look too much into the defensive things. So just off the top of my head, I mean, like I said, those wide receiver signings are so big for these teams without like legit downfield playmakers. So the Golladay and the Will Fuller signings, I really, 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 really like. Let me see. Let me go to the list of signings that we got so far. Okay, now we're starting to see a few rookie wide receivers go off the board. We had Devontae Smith at the 8-4. I like this corner right here. That's like a beautiful strike of wide receivers here. Robbie Anderson at 7-9, 7-8. I think Robbie Anderson could be a very quiet winner this year because of Curtis Samuel's departure. Like, do you guys remember how fucking good Robbie Anderson was at the beginning of the year last year? I think he's going to go pretty underrated. I think he's going to go pretty under the radar in these types of drafts, man. Debo, I really love. Juju, I don't love really at all, but at the 7-10, I don't hate it. Brandon Cooks, that's a little dicey. I was grabbing him in as many fucking basketball drafts as I could about a month ago. Then Deshaun Watson had to do a thing. Visk at the 7-12. Jerry Jeudy at the 8-1. I like that. Marquise Brown at the 8-2. Don't hate that either. Yeah, so that corner right there, the back end of the 7th, early 8th, is kind of beautiful. Jalen Waddle at the 8-7. Oh, boy, I'm on the fucking clock. What do we got here? I don't hate Damian Harris here. I think he's going to end up being the starter in New England. Yeah, I'm probably going to grab him just because there's not really anything I like at running back beyond him. I think he's got some upside. I think he's got some sneaky upside. Let's look at the other players we got here. What do you think about what do you think about San Fran at number 3? I mean, probably going for a quarterback. I don't think that's a fucking secret right now. There was noise. I believe Vegas put Mac Jones as the favorite right now to be the number 3 pick. I believe that done happened. Wide receivers, we like, not Michael Gallup. No. Listen, I'll take Rashad Bateman. I love this motherfucker. I love Rashad Bateman. I'm going to take him. 9th round. I don't usually draft rookie wide receivers in redraft, almost ever. But I ain't fucking around this year. Not with Rashad Bateman. I want him everywhere. I want him anywhere. Just like Justin Jefferson, I think he's as pro-ready as they come. If he goes somewhere that he need a real wide receiver too, or even a plug-and-play fucking alpha, it don't fit better. He's a square peg into a square hole. My stomach grumbling right now. We hungry. They knew it. As soon as I clicked Rashad Bateman, my stomach, my brain signals sent the neuroplasticity right down to my stomach and was like, oh, we eating now. Rashad Bateman. If I sign up today for the Patreon, will I also get charged on the 1st of April? I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know the answer to that question. I do think it is yes. I think if you signed up today, they'll charge. This is why I fucking hate Patreon. I think they'll charge you today and then in 3 days on April 1st. So I would suggest waiting 3 days. But if you sign up for the Patreon, patreon.com/BDGE, you'll get the first invites into these best ball drafts. I dropped the link in here, so people that are in here with me from my audience are from the Discord channel. So you'll get into the Discord channel. You'll get invited to all the mocks and stuff that we do in there, as long as just, getting into the Discord. You'll get all of our rankings and shit, especially in-season weekly rankings. That's the only spot to get them. Patreon.com/BDGE. We are in the midst of moving shit over to a new membership website, though. I might actually show you guys live on air to get some real-time feedback from you guys. That actually might be super helpful, but we'll see. Hold on. I'm not up for a little while. Let's see. Gabriel Davis, don't hate it. Though I do think Emmanuel Sanders is going to make a little bit more noise in Buffalo than people are really thinking. Marvin Jones, Dallas Goedert. It's a good pick in the 9th round. Brady, Watson, man. Watson falling all the way to the end of the 9th. Logan Thomas, Michael Gallup, Kenny Gainwell. Superflex, start 3 wide receivers, 2 flexes, half PPR, half tight end premium. So you were trading down from the 102 to the 108. I don't hate that. Whoever is trying to trade up with you, I believe probably has his eye on a quarterback that he loves. If you need a quarterback, I would probably stay where you're at. If you want to move down to the 108, what other kind of draft capital does he have, Shane? Like, if you're moving down 6 spots in the 1st, he should probably be giving you a player that borderline is a flex starter for you, if not an actual starter. And if not that, then you want like an early second round pick at the latest. So if you're giving up the 102, I'd want like the 108 plus the 2-1 or something. You know, nothing, no, like that's a big fucking jump. But this year has a really nice sweet spot within like first 15 picks. You're getting, if you have any multiple picks within the first 15, you're probably getting 2 really good players. I don't think there's a monster tier. Like, you know, T-Law at the 101 is its own tier. And then from like 102 to, you know, 107 or 108, I think is kind of like its own tier as well. When it comes to the rookies right now, and especially in like tight end premium, you know, Kyle Pitts will probably move another guy down. So you'll probably be able to get, you know, one of the top quarterbacks or Kyle Pitts or even like a Jamar Chase or Travis Etienne. So the 102 to the 108, it's a nice size drop off to where you can push the fucking when you could push the value a little bit and get something juicy out of it. But it's actually not, you're not really dropping too much of value from 102 to 108. Thoughts on Chubb over Kamara? I'm fine with it. I think we probably need to hear a little bit more out of New Orleans to know, you know, what to do with Kamara right now. I think if we know that Taysom Hill's the starter, I still feel fine with Kamara, but like I think they'll probably be in the same tier. Wouldn't be surprised at all if Nick Chubb ends up leading the league in rushing yards and has like 12, 13 rushing touchdowns. This offense, I mean, listen, last year under Stefanski, that was their first year in that offense, and they were buzzing, man. They were buzzing, right? We said Tennessee was number 4 overall in scoring. Cleveland, number 13, but 26.3 points per game. That's going to go up this year. And Chubb will obviously be a pretty big beneficiary of that. So all right, what are we looking at right now? We got 1 quarterback, 3 running backs, 4 wide receivers, and a tight end. What kind of value we got at tight end left? I know I got Darren Waller already, but this is pretty good here. You still get a pretty solid player, so I'll probably wait on that because I got a few guys that I like. Cole Beasley, not with Emmanuel Sanders there. Rondell Moore's fun. I like Denzel Mims a lot, man. I find myself not leaving a lot of drafts without him, and I'm probably going to do that because I'm going to miss that fucker. Stop! Did the Jets sign any? They signed Corey Davis, right? All right, cool, because he's going to have a the number 2 role. Do you have a code for the Underdog app? It's asking me who referred you. Bob, if you put in, you could just throw in BDGE. You could just throw in BDGE as the code. Unfortunately, they don't actually have any like promo codes going on right now. Chuba, Naeem Hines, Zach Moss. I don't hate Zach Moss. I don't hate J.D. McKissick either. Shot Penny, Philip Lindsay. Where'd Philip Lindsay sign? Houston, right? Yeah. I think I'm going to take Zach Moss, man. At first, I was like, they're definitely going to go somewhere else with the running back position because they don't believe in those guys, but apparently they do. Reports saying that like a lot more people on Twitter are down on the Buffalo Bills running back crew than the actual NFL scouts and the Bills front office. So if they don't come away with a running back, like Zach Moss is going to be a fine 11th, 12th round pick again. Yeah, so I don't have a code for Underdog other than like you guys telling them that BDGE sent you. Unfortunately, they don't have like a promo. They're working on it, and as soon as they do, I'll let you guys know. But nothing as of right now. It's just supporting the brand by going through the link down below. It's also pinned in the fucking live chat, so you could sign up from there. And when we do these best ball drafts, I will be shooting out which drafts I'm in, both to Discord, and if that doesn't fill up, then via Twitter and whatever. So make sure you're following everywhere. But yeah. Sign up, download the Underdog app, tell them BDG sent ya. Did Kyle Pitts get taken? Nah, I doubt it. But it looks like there's a big run on tight ends right now. Yeah, he definitely did actually, huh? Let's see. Kyle Pitts went off the board at 10-3. 10-3 for Kyle Pitts. I don't hate that. Yeah, after Zach Wilson's pro day, Denzel Mims looked juicy. I got to admit, I'm getting higher on Zach Wilson. I am. A lot of really, 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 really enviable traits about him. The arm looks good. He can move with the ball in his hands, and he can deliver it while he's moving. He's looked fucking impressive. I'm not a big like quarterback scout guy, but he's one of those guys that like enough people hate him that it has my attention because so many people are usually wrong on quarterbacks. And I'm like, okay, maybe Zach Wilson is the guy that everyone's going to hate this year and he's going to be good. The more I watch from him, like the more excited I get about Zach Wilson. Let's see. Aguilar is underrated. Yeah, I guess. Does the Jags signing Hyde make you nervous about J-Rob? Still him as RB11 for? Nah, not at all. If anything, I love that because it secures them like not signing a real free agent or using real capital on a running back in the draft. All right, here's what I'm going to... I want to show you guys this. No one else has seen this yet, but we're working on a website that pushes everything together. Our draft guide, our merchandise, our subscriptions. So we're going to be fucking knocking out Patreon. We don't want to use Patreon. We're not going to be using Shopify anymore. We're cutting out all the middlemen, and we're doing it all on one website. However, I'm terrible at designing websites, okay? So what I'm going to show you is like the skeleton of the website right now. And the homepage is supposed to be very clean, very simplistic, where there's nothing except the options of what you guys are searching for or whatever. My problem is, we're not a picture brand. We don't take a lot of pictures. We don't have a lot of clean images, so everything looks wildly unaesthetic. So I want your guys' opinion on what type of pictures would make sense for this shit, okay? Because some of them we're gonna do some lifestyle pictures. Some of them we'll do. I'm not sure. I'll show you and I'll kind of explain it as we're going through this. Because I want crowdfunding here. I want you guys to help me out with this stuff. So BDGE.store. And my designer might be in the middle of working on the fucking site, so I don't know if this is... Okay. Let me move my annoying ass off the screen. Okay, so this is just like the homepage. It's very simplistic. We got the animation on the left, the first lifestyle brand. We will probably knock out the animation part of that because it gets it loud. Here's what we want to do. We want to keep it simple so when you come to the website, the first thing you see is it says, what are you looking for? And then you know exactly what to, exactly what you're looking for and you can click right on it. So the images right now are just complete placeholders, okay? So the way I'm thinking is this, like we do not take a lot of pictures. I want something where it's not like, I don't want to just put like football pictures, right? You have like the Jonathan Taylor picture for the Dynasty rookie draft guide. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Are we on the clock right now? Ah, fuck. Hold on. Let me make this pick right now. We got some tight ends left. Fuck it. We're not going to go with Justin Fields. That'd be a bad pick. Darnell Mooney. He's not getting enough love. Make the damn pick. How many wide receivers I got? 6? Cool. Darnell Mooney. Deliver the guy a couple fucking accurate passes, and we're going to be rolling. Okay, so back to the store. Sorry. I picked it on another tab. We don't want to do like two football. We're not like, listen, we obviously do a lot of football content, but we're not like a football-focused brand where like we just want to do generic football picks. Like that's boring as fuck. And I'm thinking, we could do some memes and shit, like which is more on brand and might make it a little bit like funnier or relatable to what we do here as just like dumb fucking content creators, but they don't look aesthetic at all. They look terrible. And right now, like there's no cohesiveness between all of the pictures and stuff, right? Let me make this other pick real quick. So we took Darnell Mooney. We've got 4 running backs. Who else we like at running back? And James White re-signed with New England. I guess I don't fucking hate him here because there's nobody else left. I'm going with Benny Snell, actually. No, I'm going with Anthony McFarland. Did I miss my pick? No, I didn't. Got him. We don't know what Pittsburgh's backfield is going to be like, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was a Snell and McFarland combo. Okay, so here's the problem. The regular football picks are too boring. The memes are not aesthetic whatsoever. They look disgusting. There's no cohesiveness to the pictures. So what we're thinking is we're doing the combine this week. We're doing the Fade the Public combine where we'll get a lot of footage and maybe we'll take a bunch of pictures there. So maybe we'll just do a bunch of lifestyle pictures for these. However, like I don't know if there's too much of a disconnect between like us playing football and using that as the picture for like the season-long draft guide. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of having trouble in terms of the design of the website. And I know right now it's pretty noisy because everything looks like kind of gross. We're still working on that. Most of this shit is just placeholder stuff. But I would love to get your guys' feedback on what you think like the pictures or what you think the design on the right side should be. And nothing is too weird. Nothing is fucking off limits on what you think these should be. So there's a season long, there's the combo, there's a rookie. So obviously the combo is getting access to both of these for a discounted price. We have the merch here, which is the only like lifestyle picture we actually took. And I think it actually looks pretty good. It looks pretty clean. And then these will be substituting in for the Patreon tiers, so people don't actually have to sign up on Patreon. They could all do everything from this one website, right? You want to grab a fucking sweatshirt, you want to grab the season-long guide, you want to become the basic Patreon member. You add all those to cart and you do it straight from one fucking website. It's pretty beautiful. So the theory behind the website is fantastic. I'm just so inept when it comes to design. All right, that's my spiel. I appreciate anyone who's giving me feedback in the chat right now. What have we got? Baker at 13-3. Jameson Crowder. Don't hate there. Yeah, there's some nice wide receiver value to be had in the 13th round as well. Crowder, Shepard, Aguilar, Christian Kirk. I think Shepard might be a sneaky nice play here, not having to operate as like the fucking one in that offense. Everyone kind of falls into their place with Kenny G there. Should know. Looks clean. The website honestly looking gas. I wouldn't change a thing. Yeah, that's. I just don't think it's true. You know, it's like the definition of porn. It's just like I can't really define what I want, what it is, but I know it when I'll see it, and that just ain't it right now. Logo for the hero image would make sense. What's the hero image again? Ain't that just like the top image of the GOAT? Looks good, bro. Let's Jags draft a running back. Yeah, they're not going to draft one early. Like maybe they'll grab one in the earliest. I would imagine would be round 3, but even that I don't think. Fantasy Pros has DeAndre Swift as the RB15. Is it more? Does not that? What the fuck am I reading right now? High for a guy who only had 2 20.5 PPR games with a god-awful all-line. Yeah, I mean, listen, here's the thing. Like, that offense is so devout of playmakers right now, so there's a possibility that DeAndre Swift actually gets about pop myself back in there. That DeAndre Swift actually low-key is like top 5 or 3 in running back targets on the year. He was so involved in the running back landscape last year for the targets on a per-game basis. And in the games where he was, I think I read the stat from Fantasy Pros, in the games where he saw like 12-plus touches, he was the running back 4 in PPR. So I think, it's one of those where you're expanding a talent, you're expanding a really limited sample size, but I think the upside is real. Again, though, just like the argument I made with Joe Mixon before, when you're in a really bad situation, the Lions have used a running back by committee. It's a bad offense, it's a whatever offensive line. You don't leave yourself a lot of room for mistakes. You leave yourself no room for fucking things up, and that is the risk that comes with DeAndre Swift. That is the risk of Swift. Okay. Have pictures continue throughout each other. Like picture 1 is someone throwing ball, 2 is in the air. I don't know the best idea, but it's something. The site just looks a little dated to me. Could use a cleaner layout. Yeah, I agree. There's still just something very off about it. I can't really put my tongue on it. Could you do something with the logo as a theme, bow tie, fork? That's not a bad idea. Setting up the pictures as like one giant logo, but like divided into 6. I don't hate that. Didn't mean to say to me after that second part. It's all good. Let's see. Got 5 running backs. We've got 6 wide receivers. This is probably where I can get my other tight end. I probably should have got it last round, but I was too busy talking about the bullshit-ass website. Oh, God, there's nobody left. Austin Hooper, I really don't hate at all the way down. Fucking fucker. Fuck you, YouTube. Fuck you, YouTube. You could demonetize me. I don't give a fuck. Because it's Friday. I ain't got a job. Whatever. Noah's favorite bad running back, Ramondre Stevenson, still available. Stop it. Is it me? Huh? Looks clean. What the fuck are you talking about? Running my first ever Dynasty League startup draft May 1st. Any good tips? LOL. Sorry for the caps. tips in terms of like drafting in the league, like actually how to do well in the draft, or in terms of running the league? Break that down a little bit for me, Cassidy. Break it down like a shotgun. How about some Deshaun Jackson action right now? I usually actually like to stack my quarterbacks with a wide receiver. Oh my God. All right, at least they took a tight end. Do you consider Mixon in a bad situation still, though? I think this has got to be his year. Yeah, I mean, we've been saying that for 4 fucking years. We don't know how healthy Burrow's going to be. We don't know if that offensive line is actually good. Gio is still there. So if Burrow's healthy and he's ready for week 1, if Burrow's healthy and he's ready for week 1 and Gio is gone, then yeah, I think the situation becomes good for Mixon. But right now, there's still a lot of moving parts. Thoughts on San Fran moving up picks? Yeah, I mean, they know who they want. They know who they want, obviously. They're moving up to 3, so they're going to be targeting a quarterback. They know Trevor Lawrence is going to be off the board. Very, very likely Zach Wilson's off the board. So, I don't know. You look at Kyle Shanahan and the success that he's had as OC and head coach. A pocket passer tends to, I think, fit the mold, right? Like anyone he's ever gone after is a pocket passer. So, you know, it's the Matt Ryans, Jimmy G's, those guys. So I don't think like Trey Lance makes a lot of sense realistically. So that would narrow it down to, and probably not Justin Fields either, unless he believes in Justin Fields as a passer. I mean, the Mac Jones at number 3 makes a little bit of sense, man. I believe they skipped out on Justin Fields' pro day to look to watch Mac Jones's. So I would say he's probably the favorite. This is the worst mock draft site ever. No, it's actually their mobile app is the cleanest fucking app on the planet, on the internet planet. If you're doing mock drafts, if you're gonna sign up for Underdog, one, use the link that's down below or pinned in the comment section, but draft through the app. The app is awesome. You could start up like 10 different drafts and just, you know, you could do slow drafts too, which is really fucking fun. So those are like hours between picks. So you can get like 4 or 5 slow drafts going at the same time. And then every like half hour or so you get a new pick. So you don't have to be like waiting on it. If you're at work or some bullshit, then it's fun because you're not having to like stare at the screen all day like myself. Shout out to Felix Gray. Will you be confident taking a receiver in the 2nd round with the 3rd round running back options such as Dobbins, Mixon, Sanders, Gibson, etc.? I mean, it's very, very, very open-ended question. I wouldn't be able to really answer that until I know, but I would definitely. I mean, Dobbins and Gibson are 2nd rounders to me right now. Quick drafting tips and running tips. I mean, listen, I think like what you have to know for a dynasty startup draft is it is a long fucking endeavor. It is a long endeavor. Make sure everyone knows what they're getting into up front. Like, make sure you have time in between picks. Like, don't be doing a dynasty startup draft where there's 2 minutes in between picks. You need to it needs to be a slow draft. It needs to be hours between the picks. Whether, you know, you guys can agree on it, whether you want it to be 4 hours or 8 hours, whatever. Figure out what you want to do overnight as well. If you want to just pause the draft overnight or switch the clock to like 24 hours so people that are on the clock can decide to make the pick. But if they want to go to sleep, they can also go to sleep. So in terms of running, just set expectations up front. Understand it's a fucking long haul. Like, for real, when I'm talking about like you're doing a dynasty starter for the first time, it literally takes over your life for like 3 to 4 days. You stop sleeping. All you're doing is trying to trade with people. It's craziness. It's craziness. Don't be afraid to trade back. Bike, back, bike, back, bike. However you can pull off the trade, whether it's back or bike, do it. Don't get mesmerized by one really talented player in the first round. Don't get caught with your fucking dick out, Cassidy, pants down, whatever you want to call it, and fucking whatever terminology you want to use. Things can go bad if you keep trying to trade up, because you're going to lose. Look, Dynasty is about depth and longevity. As soon as you sell it all for fucking a couple star players, the middle rounds get brutal. Your depth gets brutal. So keep that in mind. So if you have like the 108, don't be afraid to Don't be afraid to give up like that high capital. If you have the 108, you want to trade it back for the second round, a third round, and like a sixth round pick or some shit, and you could take advantage of that. That's what I would do. If you're doing it with a bunch of dudes who are doing it for the first time, trade your first round pick. Trade your first round pick for a second, a third, and next year's first round pick or some shit. Also, take advantage of people giving up their first round picks next year because they think it's not really important. They're not thinking about the future. They just want the shiny prize right now. I would also really take advantage of this year's rookie class, the wide receivers in particular. Trey Lance. Oh, I didn't even get a second fucking quarterback. Oh God. Oh, this is so bad. They don't have anyone that I could really trust, huh? Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. I'm going to lose it. I'm going to have to move my therapy appointment up 2 days. Unbelievable. Oh, we got an apartment I'm looking at that I actually like. Did this dude reach out to the wrong I'm going to lose my shit right now. Oh, shit. Fuck it. We're going Taysom Hill. We're going high upside. He's not even going to be the starter, is he? Don't worry about the players I'm taking. Just listen to what I'm saying right now. Rookie shit, yeah. Trade fucking bike and get first round. Everyone wants those first round players, and no one's thinking about long term. Until you've actually played in dynasty leagues and until you've run through like at least one, if not multiple years of the offseason, you don't understand how valuable those rookie picks are. And not even in the sense of like all the players are so fucking good, like they're so valuable because they're going to make my team better. But being able to trade them is huge. Once everyone else in your draft, in your this motherfucker, yo. I'm upset right now. I'm like in the middle of apartment hunting, and the real estate agent's like, let me reach out to this apartment and see if it's still available. And he's like, we got it, 1 o'clock. You can see it on Wednesday. And I'm like, you just sent me the wrong address. Are you sure we're looking at the right apartment? My bad. We're looking at the wrong fucking apartment. Clown. Thank you, Dylan. I appreciate that, man. You the GOAT. Animal going to trade all his picks for 3 running backs. Mecole Hardman. Are you slaying again? I mean, probably. What's the Discord link? The Discord link is on Patreon. Patreon.com/BDGE. Of course that one's available because that apartment sucks. I didn't want that apartment. I knew it was available. I didn't need you to tell me it was available. No one wants to live there. Of course it's fucking wide open. And you're going to give me 7 months free rent. So you can't even pay me to live there. Oh, boy. Nick, your glasses look like gag glasses. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I got a big fucking nose. I don't know what you want me to tell you. You want me to get a nose job so you can stop calling fucking my glasses gag glasses? I don't have a good side profile. I don't have a good front profile. I'm just getting ugly, I think. I realized it yesterday. I was FaceTiming with somebody, and they took a bunch of screenshots of me, just like over and over and over again, just to like piss me off. And then they sent me like a montage of all the screenshots they took of me, just my face. And I was like, fuck, like I'm really ugly. And I was like, when did I start turning ugly? And they were like, honestly, probably like last July. And he said it in a serious enough tone that I was like, okay, like he's dead serious. So if anyone has any tips or tricks on how to not be ugly when you get old, please let me know. Skirt. All right. Oh, we're in the last round, huh? Do I even have any picks left, or did I miss all my fucking picks? Oh, no. I got the 18-11. I got this on lock. This last pick's going to make you lose your shit. Tastes so good, make me want to slap your mama. Ah, shit. I forgot you guys can see this. Yeah, it's good. Good for my wallet that he's not actually in the player pool. Last round, who we got going off the board? Kendrick Bourne, Traquan Smith, Dawson Knox, Deshaun Jackson. I like the Deshaun Jackson pick, man. I do. You know he's connecting with Stafford on a few of these bad boys. What I'm trying to say is last year you stressed the fuck out of going running back in the first 2 rounds. Do you feel the same this year, or do you think there's more room to take a receiver in the first 2 rounds? I'm most likely going to be going with multi-running backs out of the gate. Last year, I mean, obviously it looked a little worse because like last year was just a horrible year for running backs. Like all of them got hurt and all of the wide receivers played really, really fucking well. So this is a year I think you go back to the well on that because everyone's going to be shifting towards the wide receivers. I do think there's a time and place. If you have like a very early first round pick, like 101, 2, 3, and guys like AJ Brown are falling to like the 210, the 211, something like that, I think that makes a lot of sense to kind of diversify your team, give you a little bit of versatility there. But for the most part, yeah, I want the running backs because once you get to 4th, 5th round, again, it's always the same thing. It's positional scarcity and just the number of workhorses available, right? The positional scarcity of the running backs don't matter what kind of year it was last year. It doesn't matter what kind of year it's going to be next year. The positional scarcity of running backs makes them the most valuable position in fantasy football. End. Clean. Cut. We have 2 running backs, 2 quarterbacks, 2 tight ends. We don't have 2 running backs. We have 6 running backs. So how do I decide where to go from here? This is the worst team I've ever drafted in the history, even though I say that literally every time I draft a team on here. I'll probably go with the 3rd quarterback only because I don't trust Taysom Hill to be a starter. Okay, see, this is where it gets confusing now. If Sam Darnold goes to the Denver Broncos, and this fucks both of them, Jimmy G might not be a starter this year, and Mac Jones might not be a starter this year. Teddy Bridgewater might not be a starter. Damn, ain't nobody fucking starter this year, huh? We're gonna go with we're gonna go with Drew Lock. If Sam Darnold doesn't get moved there, no, fuck this. Sam Darnold's got to get moved because they're gonna take. Oh my fucking god. Yo, I swear the underdog team watches me. They like you couldn't have picked a more anti-Nick team to auto draft on me. Like you're gonna put AJ Green and Todd Gurley on my team together. This team is a travesty, and I apologize to everybody out there that was listening and watching. And no one deserved this. No one deserved this. Shit. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out. I actually had a lot of fun. These things usually stress me out, so maybe I'll do more of these live streams. And again, if you want to be in the drafts with me, sign up on Underdog. It's the best app out there. I'm telling you, you can't get more prepared for your actual redraft than doing it through Underdog. The link is the first thing in the description. It's also pinned in the comment section or the chat section right now. It'll take you right to the Google store. It'll take you right to your iOS store, bro. You start looking at who to take when you have 4 seconds left. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, I'm just trying to talk to y'all. I'm just trying to hang out with you guys, develop a friendship. I don't care who I take. It's whatever. Yeah, so get on there. Use that link. When they ask you for a referral code or whatever, you could throw BDGE in there, throw $10 in there, and you can do a handful of drafts, and you'll be fucking prepped up, prepped out. I'm excited to do these once the NFL draft actually wraps up, so we can get real values on this bitch. All right, I'm out. If you enjoyed, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you tune in to tomorrow's video. We'll be breaking down Elijah Moore. Elijah Moore ran the fuck out of his pro day, and people's fucking pants were popping off. So, big pants popping off fucking episode tomorrow. I love y'all. I'm out. Goodbye.